What's going on, everybody out there watching this? And this video is basically for my followers, the people I like on Twitter. I'm giving you all a shout out because I like your tweets. I enjoy you guys as people. You're nice to me always. You're not rude idiots like a lot of people on Twitter that get blocked and muted. All of you people that I'm reading your Twitter accounts and giving you shout outs, I want to let you know, all of you, I'm cool with, and I like you all. You're all great people on Twitter, and you're also great wrestling fans. And that means a lot to me because I'm a big wrestling fan. And some of you even like a lot of horror movies. I'm into horror movies also, so we got a lot in common. And some of you are even sports fans, so we got that in common also. So I'm going to start it off with my end of the year 2015 end of the year shout outs. I'm going to start off with a really great dude, great guy, great wrestling fan, passionate, hardcore wrestling fan for I believe over 30 years. He's a great guy, a great follower of mine. You're a great person, man. John, you're a great person, you got great tweets on Twitter, you come up with funny shit, makes me laugh all the time, you're entertaining as hell. You got a YouTube, he has a YouTube channel, subscribe to his YouTube channel. I liked one of his videos today's Friday, I liked one of his videos. Just go down to my tweets and click on his NXT London preview video. Click on it. That's how you'll get to his YouTube channel. Watch his videos. He does great wrestling videos on YouTube. John, you do great videos and you have great tweets, and I'm happy to be following you. So give this guy a follow. He's awesome on Twitter. He's a great friend of mine. Give him a follow at Reborn Again on Twitter. Follow him at Reborn Again on Twitter. That's at REBOURNE again, capital AGAIN. Again, follow him. He has great tweets. Maybe sometimes he pisses people off on Twitter with his tweets, but he never pisses me off or never offends me. I don't really get offended unless you bring up something really wrong, like wanting to kill somebody or something, or crossing a line saying you hate a wrestler so much. If somebody did say this to me and tweet me this, that you hate a wrestler so much that you wish they were dead and you want to murder them, well, that would be wrong, and I'd probably block you. And if somebody did say that to me, you're an idiot, because you shouldn't want to murder anybody just because you dislike their character on TV. So follow this guy. He's a great follower. He's a great friend. He makes great videos on YouTube. He has a ton of videos on his YouTube channel. He has way more videos than I do. He's a passionate, hardcore WWE and wrestling fan. Follow him. Again, he's at Reborn Again on Twitter. That's at REBOURNE, capital AGAIN. Follow him at Reborn Again. Great follower, great friend of mine. Follow this dude, longtime follower of mine, great friend. I don't know if he feels the same way, but I think of him as a good friend, and he's a great follower, longtime follower. Follow him at A Freaky Dude on Twitter. Great friend. I always hear from him. Like every single Monday Night Raw and a lot of pay-per-views, I hear from this guy. He's always tweeting me other people's tweets and adding my Twitter account name in them. Always mentioning my Twitter account name in his tweets. So I guess he wants me to respond to other people's tweets that he sends me with my Twitter account name in them. That's a lot of work. I don't think I could do that. I mean, finding all these different tweets on Twitter and then adding all these people's different accounts to them. You know what I'm talking about. You're mentioning my name and other people's names, I guess, to react to tweets that you find that other people put out. This guy's awesome. Follow him again at capital A, at capital A, freaky dude, capital F, at capital A, freaky dude. That's F. Again, at capital A, capital F, REAKYDUDE. Follow him. Great follower. I believe he's from St. Louis or in the St. Louis area. I think. If you're not, I'm sorry. And I apologize. Follow this chick. She's an awesome follower of mine, great friend of mine. I believe she's from Illinois. Or I don't know if you're in Chicago, but I think you're in Illinois. So follow her at, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. It's at Kara, or maybe it's Kara. I'm sorry if I got that wrong. I'll spell it out for everybody. At K-A, capital R-A, capital R-A-C-N 75. Follow her again. At K, capital K-A, capital R-A, capital R-A-C-N 75. Follow her. She has probably followed me on Twitter for 3 or 4 years. Really long time. I like her tweets. I like you as a person. I believe you're a mother and a wife. You're a great person. You're a great follower. I really appreciate you following me. Follow this dude. Great follower. Great friend. I believe he's from Texas. I think Dallas or somewhere in Texas. Follow him at Alfredo Reyes. I'll just spell it out. At ALFREDO Reigns, like, or Reyes, or something like that. I'll do it again. I messed up. I apologize, dude. I'm going to just spell your name out. Follow him at... Damn cats. That's what that noise was. My cat's knocking something over. I apologize. Follow him at capital A-L-F-R-E-D-O capital R-E-Y-E-S 24. Follow this guy. He's a great wrestling fan and great friend of mine. Follow him. He's an awesome guy. Follow this dude. I believe he's from Texas. Another dude from Texas. I think Dallas. I think you're from Dallas. If you're not, I apologize, but I think you're in Texas. Follow him at BlackBeardGuy on Twitter. Follow him. He's a great follower. He has great wrestling tweets. He's a great wrestling fan. Follow him. He's a great guy. Great follower of mine. I'll spell it out. Again, it's at BlackBeardGuy. That's at capital B-L-A-C-K capital B-E-A-R-D Guy, capital G-U-Y. Follow him, BlackBeardGuy on Twitter. Follow this girl on Twitter. I believe she's in Washington or somewhere close to Seattle, in Washington State, I think. I can't really pronounce your Twitter name because I can't read. No, I'm just kidding. Of course I can read, but it's just hard to pronounce, so I'm going to spell it out. Her first name is Crystal. Her first name is Crystal, above her Twitter account name. It's at VEGGIERAMEN. Follow her. She's a great follower, great wrestling fan. everybody go out and follow her. This dude is also a great wrestling fan. It's at John Garces. I think that's how you say your last name. I apologize if I said it wrong. I'll spell it out. Follow him at J, capital J, O-H-N, capital G-A-R-C-E-S. Follow him. He's a big wrestling fan. I've seen your Twitter account, John Garces. I think that's how you say your name. I've seen it show up on my mentions, in my mentions for a long time, probably over a year, and I just started following you probably a couple months ago, and you followed back, so thanks for that. Thanks for following back. Because of people that don't follow me back, I just unfollow. Follow this dude. He's a big horror movie fan. He's been to a lot of horror movie conventions. I've seen his pictures on his Twitter account where he's met a lot of horror movie actors and actresses from Friday the 13th, Halloween's, all those movies. He's met a lot of the actresses and got pictures with them. He's a big horror movie fan, and he's a big wrestling fan. Follow him at Rob James. He's a big horror movie fan. I'll spell it out. Follow him at capital R-O-B-B-Y, capital R-O-B, James, capital J-A-M-E-S. Follow him. He's a great follower on Twitter. And a great person. And he has great tweets about wrestling when wrestling's on. Or does great tweets. Follow this female at Mrs. or Mrs. something. I can't really pronounce it. Anyways, at M, no capital M, at M-R-Z, Giggles, G, capital G, I-G-G-L-E-Z 20. Again, follow her at M-R-Z, capital G-I-G-G-L-E-Z 20. Follow her. I hear from her a lot. Thank you for retweeting and liking my tweets whenever you have. Follow this girl. This female she's from Costa Rica. Follow her. She's a great follower, great wrestling fan. I like her tweets, and I like her Twitter account. Thank you for following me. At J. Again, it's at capital J-A-C-K-S-I-R-Y underscore capital M, capital C, capital Q. Follow her. Follow this girl. At Jacqueline, I believe that's the name I see here that I wrote down. At Jacqueline, I'll spell it out later when I'm done saying it. At Jacqueline, S, capital S, the numbers 1, 2, 5. Follow her. It's at capital J-A-C-Q-U-E-L-Y-N, capital S, and then the numbers 1, 2, 5. Follow her. She's a great follower, and I believe she's a wrestling fan on Twitter. Follow this chick. Awesome wrestling fan. Great follower of mine. I think I've followed you over 2 years. So I appreciate you following me. You look like a really big wrestling fan from all your pictures on your Twitter account. And I'm sure you are a big wrestling fan. So thanks for following me. Follow her at AVD. Capital letters. AVD underscore 31. Follow her. She's a great person on Twitter to follow. Follow this dude. I believe he's from New York. I'm pretty sure you're from New York. I don't know if you're in the city or if you're in Queens or Brooklyn or wherever, but he's a big fan, big wrestling fan. And he has a YouTube channel. Subscribe to his channel. He makes a lot of good videos on his YouTube channel. And he has a good Twitter account also. Good tweets. So follow him at the numbers at 1115 capital T, Tim, TIMDOG. So follow him at 1115 capital TIM dog. Follow him. So the letters 1115 Tim dog. Follow him. Or not the letters, the numbers at 1115 capital TIM dog. Follow him. Follow this guy, longtime follower of mine on Twitter at Matt Nelson 83. Good guy, good follower, good friend, good tweets. He's a big fan of Velvet Sky and I believe The Beautiful People. He's a big Velvet Sky fan. I believe he's a big football fan. I don't know who your favorite NFL team is. I apologize, but I think you're an NFL fan. So follow him at Matt Nelson 83. That's at capital MATT capital NELSON 83. Follow him. Follow this girl, I believe from California. Somewhere in California she lives. Because she's a Raiders fan, I believe. I think you're in California. If you're not, I apologize. And she's a big wrestling fan. Big fan of the band, Jericho's band, Fozzy. So follow her. Big wrestling fan. She's an awesome girl. Awesome follower of mine. Longtime follower of mine. Follow her at Ruby. At least at Ruby_believe. That's at capital RUBY underscore BELIEVE. At Ruby_believe. Follow her on Twitter. Again, that's at capital RUBY_believe. Follow her. Follow this girl on Twitter. Longtime follower of mine. Thank you for following me. Follow her at Yeah You Know It 1991. Follow her. It's at YEAHUKNOWI, I think, IT 1991. Follow her. Again, that's at YEAHUKNOWIT 1991. Follow her. Now on to more people that you should be following and more shout-outs to all these people that follow me. At Rubbish, I think it's pronounced Rubbish. If I'm saying that wrong, I apologize. It's at capital R or Rubbish_blood. Anyways, I'll read it to you. Spell it out for you to follow her because she deserves to have more followers and have the most that she can get. She's an awesome girl and a great follower of mine. Follow her at capital RUBBISHY underscore capital BLOOD. Follow her. Up next, follow this guy, big Buffalo Bills fan. I don't know what state you're in, but you're a big Buffalo Bills fan. I believe you're also a Green Bay Packers fan, so you're cool with me for life. At Larry is Angry. Follow him on Twitter. He's a great follower. He has great tweets. He's a great guy on Twitter. Follow him. Again, it's at Larry is Angry on Twitter. At capital LARRY capital IS capital ANGRY. Follow him. At Larry is Angry. Follow him. Follow this dude. Longtime follower of mine. I believe he's a big Miami Dolphins fan. And I think you live in Miami or in Florida. And if you're not in Florida, I apologize. I also think you're a Miami Heat fan. So you're a Miami Heat fan and a Dolphins fan. Follow him at True Laz. That's at capital TRUE, capital LAZ. Follow him. This guy is, I believe, from Cleveland. At least I hope you're still in Cleveland. If you're not, I apologize. Follow him at Y2J Josh 78. Follow him. Again, I'll spell it out. Follow him at Y2JOSH 78. Big Cleveland sports fan. I feel bad for you because the Browns suck. And they have sucked pretty much for the last 10 or 15 years. But then again, you have LeBron and the Cavs should probably make the finals. So at least you have the Cavs. Josh. I think that's your name, Josh. So at least you have the Cleveland Cavaliers. I don't know why I couldn't say that. You got the Cavaliers. You got LeBron on your team, so don't be too angry at the Browns. And the Indians also. The Indians are a decent team, but again, they haven't made a World Series since 96, I think. But I'm no one to talk. My Milwaukee Brewers haven't made a World Series since 1983. And they're not going to make a World Series anytime soon. The Brewers are rebuilding and they suck. And the only team I got really to root for is the Packers. Because the Bucks, they're a decent team, but they're not going to go to any finals. The only team that really has a chance in Wisconsin is the Packers to win a championship. So follow him. Great guy, longtime follower of mine, great wrestling fan, great sports fan. He's at Y2JOSH78, at Y2Josh78. Follow him. Now follow this dude. Big wrestling fan. I always hear from him on Twitter during Raws and pay-per-views at Sean Ford 96. That's at capital SEAN capital FORD 96. Follow him. I hope I'm saying it right. At Sean Ford 96. Follow him. I can't pronounce this name, but you're a great follower to me and a great person. Follow her at LA_GRING_Loca. LOCA. Follow her. Again, it's at LA_GRING_Loca. LOCA. Follow her. You're a great follower, longtime follower of mine, and keep following me in 2016, and I'll keep following you. Follow this girl. Big wrestling fan. I think you're a Shawn Michaels fan, or I think you think Shawn Michaels is better than Bret Hart. I agree with that. I was always a Shawn Michaels fan more than a Bret Hart fan. But then again, John at Reborn Again probably does not agree that that Shawn was better than Bret Hart, because he's a big Bret Hart fan. I respect your opinion, John, but I think Shawn Michaels is better and more entertaining than Bret. And I was never a big fan of Bret Hart, but I respect the hell out of him. He's one of the best technical wrestlers around in history. So follow her at McNabby Chick on Twitter. That's at MCNABBYCHIC. Follow her on Twitter. She's a great follower of mine. And she deserves a lot of followers, as many as she can have. She's a great person. I hope you're not having health problems still. I hope you're doing well, and I hope you have a great holiday and Christmas and a Happy New Year. Follow her at McNabbyChick on Twitter. Again, it's at MCN, or she is at MCNABBYCHIC. Follow her. Last, or close to these are the last three that I'm about to read. Last three of my followers I'm about to read for shoutouts, and then I'm going to give some shoutouts to some famous people that I think you should all follow. She's a great follower of mine, longtime follower. I believe she lives in Massachusetts. I don't know if it's Boston, but somewhere in Massachusetts. Follow her. She's a great follower. She has great tweets on Twitter. She's a great person, great wrestling fan, and a great friend. Follow her at capital A, Abby, capital V, X. At Abby, capital V, X. Follow her. Again, it's at capital A, BBY, capital V, X. Follow her. She's a great follow. And a great person on Twitter to follow. Now I'm going to give a shout out to myself in my other Twitter account. Follow me at NXT WWE Guy. Most of you already probably know that. That is me. I run that other account. But that's not my full-time account. Last one now of my Twitter shout-outs of my Twitter friends. At least I think of you guys, even though we have never met each other, I think of you guys as friends and fellow wrestling fans. So you're friends of mine because you follow me. Follow him at Kings Fan Danny. That's at KINGSFAN Danny, DANNY, at Kings Fan Danny. Follow him. Again, I'll spell it out for you. That's at KINGSFAN DANNY. Follow him. Now to the famous people and some divas and some WWE personalities, superstars on here. Follow them if you don't already. Follow. I love this. Love this diva. Love her as a wrestler. Love her voice. Love her character. Love everything about her. Follow at Emma WWE. Follow her. If you don't know what I'm talking about, she's in NXT. She's an NXT diva right now. Emma. If you don't know who Emma is, you're probably living under a rock. So follow her at Emma WWE on Twitter. She has a great Twitter account, and she is really nice and really, really sweet to her fans that tweet about her. She actually favorites and likes and retweets a lot of tweets that her fans send her. And I am a big Emma fan and Emma Mark, and I am a supporter of Emma and women's wrestling, if you didn't already know that. Now follow her. Some people might not like her anymore, but I still like her, and I will always like her. I'll never be disrespectful to any of these women wrestlers or divas. I'll never be disrespectful to them on Twitter because that's not who I am. I wouldn't do that to any of them because I'm a fan of theirs. Even though a lot of people might not like how Paige acts on Twitter, I still like her, and I still say give her a follow. At Real Paige WWE. Follow her. She's great on Twitter. She might piss people off on stuff she tweets, but she doesn't piss me off or offend me. So follow Paige and Emma on Twitter. Now, this is the only diva and the only wrestler that follows me back on Twitter. Nobody else does. No other wrestlers do. I don't really care. They don't have to. I'm not upset they don't. It doesn't bother me one bit. But this diva does follow me, and I really appreciate it. Natalia. Everybody knows her. Everybody should know her. If you don't know who Natalia is, you're living under a damn rock. She's on Total Diva. She's a hell of a wrestler, even though WWE doesn't really use her anymore as a wrestler, or they don't got any spot for her, which I found pretty sad and pathetic, because Natalia should get another run as a Divas champion. Or hell, even if Natalia won the NXT Women's Championship, I would be happy with that. So follow Natalia on Twitter at Nat by Nature, at capital N-A-T by B-Y-N-A-T-U-R-E. Follow Natalia on Twitter. I hope I got her Twitter account name right. If I didn't, just type in Natalia in the Twitter search and her name will pop up, and follow her. Or you can follow her through any of the other internet searches. Type in Google Natalia's Twitter and follow her that way. So hopefully I didn't say her name wrong, her Twitter account name wrong. Follow this chick on Twitter. She's funny as hell. She has a great show on Fox Sports 1 called Garbage Time with Katie Nolan. I really like her. She's funny as hell, and if you're a funny chick, then I'm even more attracted to you. So follow her at Katie Nolan on Twitter. That's at capital K-A-T-I-E capital N-O-L-A-N. Follow at Katie Nolan on Twitter. She has great tweets, and her show Garbage Time is pretty damn funny. Wednesday nights at midnight on Fox Sports 1. Now, follow this Intercontinental Champion, the current reigning Intercontinental Champion in the WWE. Follow him on Twitter at Fight Owens Fight. He has great tweets. He's funny as hell. When people fight with him on Twitter, he has great comebacks, and he basically owns them and makes them look like stupid, like fools for trying to piss him off, I guess. He makes them look like fools, and he owns them. He's great on Twitter. Follow at Owens Fight, Kevin Owens. Follow him. Last person you should follow on Twitter is at Heyman Hustle, Paul Heyman. He has a lot of great tweets on UFC pay-per-views, and he doesn't tweet that much, but he has a great Twitter account. So follow at Heyman Hustle on Twitter. Follow him. That ends my shoutouts, my part 2 of my end of the year shoutouts. All you guys that I read and shouted all of you out. I just want to say, I really appreciate you all following me. I think of you guys as good friends. Hopefully you feel the same. And I will continue to give you guys shout-outs on Twitter during Raws and pay-per-views. Or after Raws and after pay-per-views and after NXTs. I will continue to give you shout-outs on Twitter because I actually like you guys and girls. I like you guys, and I like your accounts. I like your tweets, even though I don't really retweet or favorite really anybody's tweets unless it's basically like a news, like breaking news or something. I'll retweet that, or something from Divas or Emma or Paige or Natty. I'll retweet their tweets. Or even Sasha Banks, I retweet her tweets. And some WWE tweets I retweet. And Ring of Honor tweets I retweet. But I'm not a big retweeter or favorite guy. Or they change favorites to likes. So, but I try to still retweet and favorite or like. I don't know why they changed like. I don't know why they changed favorites to likes on Twitter. I have no clue, but they did. So it's called likes now. Or like, whatever. Or liked. I don't know what they call it. But I try to retweet. And like your guys' tweets when I see them. All I want to say is I appreciate you guys following me. You're great friends to me. Thank you for interacting with me on Twitter during live wrestling shows. And hopefully in 2016 we will have great times together and fun times together. And you will keep following me in 2016. I appreciate you all following me. I appreciate you guys watching this. If you have watched any of it, you all deserve to have more followers than I do. You deserve to have the most you can get. So that's why I did this video, just to say thank you to all you guys for following me for a couple years, or some new followers. Thank you. And for long-time followers, I want to say thank you for following me, because without you guys, Twitter would be pretty damn dead, and I'd have nobody to talk to. When wrestling's on, or when I just go on Twitter, I would have nobody to freaking talk to if it wasn't for you guys. You are my closest friends on Twitter, so that's why I made this end of the year 2015 shout-outs video. I think it's time to end it. It's been 36 minutes. It's time to end it. So have a great weekend, and to all of you, if you celebrate Christmas or the holidays or whatever, everybody, happy holidays. Have a great weekend, happy holidays, and I hope you all have a happy new year. And let's hope 2016 in wrestling gets better and better and better, and more entertaining, and definitely better shows to come in 2016. Let's hope and pray for that. Again, thank you all for following me. You all that I gave a shout out to, you all deserve it, because you're all awesome people on Twitter. Thank you very much. Bye for now.